Sally's agent had the idea for an adventure.
You have to be to take a woman and force her.
I thought we'd be doing more, crime fighting.
Against her will, just because you.
Strange man.
You're too much of a coward.
You have strange attitudes towards life and war.
Oh, Eddie, give me a break.
Because new evils arise each day that we have to combat.
What the hell happened to us?
Well, perhaps all this means is the right person for it.
What happened to the American dream?
It all got so jumbled. All the parts. The parts that really matter get mixed up, and you can't figure out the punchline. It's all a joke. I never thought I'd live to see a sick, demented gag like this. I figured some kid on the waterfronts would have knifed me before my 18th birthday, or some Viet Cong sniper. You got booze? I think we all thought we meant something. Even you. Even if I can't figure out why the hell you'd want to fight superheroes. I mean, that big blue geek alone can walk through walls and... Oh, there you are, you sucker. People look at me and what I did, and they want to chase the American dream. It's okay. It's how I started to. They don't realize I closed the door behind me. Because if you could do what I've done, the things I've done to women, you could kill village kids 3 miles off your patrol path. What the hell is that dream word? All of that, and it doesn't hold a candle. Not a single goddamn candle to this sick joke. On that island, they have artists and scientists I never would have. Forgive me, Mother. Forgive me. I mean, what's so funny? I don't get it. Somebody explain it to me.
Here's how it happened. In a moment of crazed despondence, our victim, Edward Blake, rose from his armchair and...
threw himself out a window?
Exactly. Commonplace with veterans.
Yeah, I don't get it.
What's not to get?
That's strong glass. Even if this Blake guy is as strong as you say, he couldn't have broken this glass. I can't see it.
Let me tell you something. You look at it long enough, you can see whatever you want.
Nah, come on. That is strong glass. He couldn't have broken it. He must have been thrown. What's with you on this one?
Look, I don't get it either. But if you publish this unsolved murder, then some masked adventurer is bound to get interested.
Oh, come on. The government weirdos are the only ones that are still out. The rest? They're retired because of that Keen thingy.
Oh, screw that. What about Rorschach? He's still out there and he's crazy as hell. Listen, aren't the Reds giving you enough headlines without you needing to cripple me with this vigilante paperwork?
Okay, I get it. You're just scared of the legal mess that Rorschach leaves behind.
Yeah, sure. Not really in the mood to pick up bodies, neither.
Bodies?
Rorschach's Journal, October 12th, 1985. Dog carcass in alley this morning. Tired tread on burst stomach. This city is afraid of me. I've seen its true face. The streets are extended gutters, and the gutters are full of blood. And when they finally scab over, all of the vermin will drown. Once they're all waist deep in their accumulative filth and sex and murder, all the whores and politicians will look up and shout, "Save us." And I look down and whisper, "No." Now the whole world stands on the brink, staring down into bloody hell. All these intellectuals and smooth talkers, and suddenly, no one can think of anything to say. A comedian died in New York tonight. Somebody knows why. Down there. Somebody knows.
I know there's a way to turn off Moloch's weather machine, even if that dastardly cowardice blinded me. Still remember it, Dan.
What happened next?
Oh, well, Sally Jupiter, the first Silk Spectre, comes from behind and grabs me and says, Hollis, we knocked out Moloch 5 minutes ago, but your goggle straps are covering your eyes.
Really?
Yep, they put that quote in the paper right next to a picture of me spinning in circles, waving my fists at nothing. God, it was embarrassing. But it probably kept me in the headline through the 70s. At least long enough for Under the Hood to sell as well as it did.
Listen, Hollis, it's almost midnight. I better get going.
Oh, sure. Oh, you must have been bored as hell listening to my old Minutemen war stories.
Oh, please. These late-night beer sessions keep me going.
Yeah, well, us retired guys gotta stick together, right?
Right.
You know, it's a shame they retired you kids in 77. You were a better night owl than I ever was.
Oh, Hollis, we both know that's bullshit. But thanks anyway.
Well, watch with the language. This is the left hook that floored Captain Axis. Remember!
How could I forget? Have a great night, Hollis. See you.
Yeah. Good night, Danny. God bless.
Up the doomsday clock. In light of Russia's recent aggression, scientists are pushing up the Earth's timetable. As of now, we stand at 9 minutes to midnight.
Hello, Daniel. Help myself to some beans. Hope you don't mind.
Rorschach, no, of course I don't mind. Hello, you want me to heat those up for you, or,
No need, fine like this.
how you been keeping?
Out of prison, so far. Take a look.
This stain, what is that? Is that bean juice or
Yes, human bean juice. Trash belonged to the comedian. Blood too. He's dead.
the comedian? Dead. Wow.
Too exposed. Should continue downstairs.
Sure, you haven't been down here in a while.
Neither of you. A lot of dust. Should clean before going out.
Going out? For what?
To find leads on comedian's killer.
See, I don't, you know I retired with the Keen Act.
One of ours was murdered. Someone could be gunning for former masked heroes.
That sounds awfully paranoid.
Is that what they're saying about me? That I'm paranoid?
Look, a lot of people didn't like the comedian. It might have just been, political killing.
Unlikely.
I mean, Robber could have...
Killed the comedian? Ridiculous.
Yeah, guess it doesn't seem very likely. Well, good luck, Rorschach, but I'm not in any shape to go out there, and I don't think... Well, you know.
Be seeing you then.
Oh, you can leave that way. The tunnel will take you to a warehouse 2 miles south.
I know. Used to come here often. Back when we were partners.
Yeah, those were great times, Rorschach. Great times. Whatever happened to them?
You quit.
And to think, I almost quit the comic book business. I was done drawing future spaceships and goofy-looking aliens, but the chance to draw a pirate comic for the smartest guy in the world? The writing Adrian is doing on Black Freighter, it's otherworldly. I barely know this I'm drawing. My hands are just moving with this script. Tales from the Black Freighter is the first time I feel like my drawings aren't good enough for the writing. Usually, it's the other way around.
You've got it all wrong, Rorschach. It was my PR team that branded me the world's smartest man. I never claimed to be anything special.
Being humble. That must be secret to selling Ozymandias' toy line.
You're hardly being fair.
Adrian, quick question for...
I apologize, Rorschach. As you can see...
Gideon is dead.
What? Why?
Thought I'd ask world's smartest man. But seems he's nothing special. Think someone's killing masked heroes.
I see. You're sure this wasn't political? Ever since the comedian started working as a gun for hire, Russia has had their sights on him.
Dryberg said same thing. Don't believe it. Reds wouldn't try a thing with Dr. Manhattan protecting us.
I suppose you're right. Who's to say it was a foreign attack? Comedian had his fair share of enemies. I mean, let's face it, the man was practically a Nazi.
Stood up for his country. Never retired. Never cashed in on his image. Might as well call me a Nazi, too. Thought I'd warn you about Mass Killer, so you don't end up smartest man in morgue. But I guess there are worse things to end up as. Be seeing you.
Sure. Have a nice day.
Rorschach's Journal, October 13th, 1985. Meeting with Vite left bad taste in mouth. He is shallow and indecisive, even on his liberal viewpoints. Possibly homosexual, must investigate further. But more important matters now. Now I must tell the indestructible man that someone plans to kill him.
You alright?
A minor radiation spike. Nothing of consequence. Good evening, Rorschach.
Huh?
Sorry. I'm speaking to him 5 seconds from now.
Good evening, Dr. Manhattan.
Good evening, Rorschach.
Rorschach, what the hell are you doing here? You're a wanted man.
Miss Jupiter.
That's too specific. I don't use my mother's stage name, and you didn't answer my question.
Apologies. Came to warn you and to give bad news. The comedian is dead.
Yes. Since he and I were the only remaining government operatives, I was informed Saturday morning.
Wondering if you could use your power to look into the future. See if the killer is ever identified.
I wouldn't need to look. I'd already be there. But strangely, there's a fog covering anything 1 month from now.
Caused by what?
In all likelihood, the radiation of nuclear blasts. But uncertain. I can tell you it's raining on the day of his funeral, but I don't know who killed the comedian.
Take it you're not too concerned.
Structurally, a live body and a dead one contain the same number of particles. Why should I be?
Jesus. Well, it couldn't have happened to a better person.
So you support allegations made in Hollis Mason's book?
What he said in Under the Hood happened.
I'm not here to speculate on moral lapses of honest men.
Moral lapses? You know he broke her ribs when he tried to... John, get this creep out of here.
You're upsetting Laurie. I think you should go.
With all due respect, spent long time getting in, not leaving until I had my say.
Are you still upset?
I can't believe you didn't tell me about the comedian.
I'm sorry. I knew it would upset you.
And you're... Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, John. I must really be feeling cooped up till a maggot like Rorschach gets me.
I hope you have a good time with Dan.
What?
You want to go out to dinner, like we used to. But I have work to do. So you'll call Dan Dryberg, the second night owl. I don't mind.
Yeah, I think I will. You sure you can't come with?
I would like to. But I'm close to locating a gluino. It would completely validate supersymmetrical theory.
That's fascinating. I'll call Dan. Dan Dryberg? Yeah, it's been too long. Listen, I was wondering if you wanted to go out maybe for dinner tonight. Great. Oh, absolutely. It'll be great to get out.
Rorschach's Journal, October 13th, 1985. Final visit of evening, fruitless. None of the cockroaches knew anything. Former masked heroes no help either. Why are so few of us left active, healthy, and without personality disorders? Ozymandias is pampered, decadent. Dryberg is bad, flabby failure, whimpering in his basement. Silk Spectre and Dr. Manhattan stay huddled in base. The comedian is dead. Nobody cares. Nobody cares but me. Is it futile? Soon there'll be war. Millions will perish in fire and brimstone. Why does one death matter against so many? Because there is good, and there is evil. And evil deserves to be punished. Even in the face of Armageddon, I will not compromise in this. But there are so many deserving of retribution, and there is so little time.
It's getting late. We've been here longer than I thought. You mind if I pick up the tab?
Nah. I mean, if I'm gonna be a kept woman for the military secret weapon, then the least they can do is cover my dinner every now and then.
Well, I'm glad we could see each other again.
I am too. Especially without that 10-foot owl head.
Oh, and your costume was,
Oh, it was dreadful.
No, I liked it. I really did.
Dan, it was a hand-me-down from my mother's. You don't have to compliment it.
All right. Then it was dreadful.
I mean, I spent half my life getting stuck, paraded around as Silk Spectre 2.0 just to get cooped up at a military base. I can't catch a break.
Hey, you sound bitter.
Oh, Dan, I'm sorry. We had such a nice night, and I'm complaining. It's just John.
How's he been?
Distant. No surprise. I mean, he's either saying things too early or barely seeing the future at all.
Did he say how come?
Nuclear annihilation. I mean, that's what he said. Anyways.
Oh. Did he say when?
About a month or so, but why does it matter? I mean, with the comedian dead? Oh, I don't know if that's public yet.
Oh, I heard. Rorschach paid me a little visit and left me this.
That's all? You're lucky. He knocked 2 of our bodyguards unconscious.
Well, at least they're alive. He was a lot calmer when we first started out.
Right. Dan, I'm sorry. I forgot that you were his partner. When did he get off? 75, right?
Kidnapping around then. Yeah.
It's all just ridiculous. Cases and costumes and God, the Keen Act was the best thing that ever happened to us.
Yeah. I guess it was.
Hey, you remember that one weirdo?
Hmm?
Oh, right. I mean the one that used to dress up as a supervillain just so he could get beaten up.
Oh, you mean Captain Carnage? Yeah, he was something.
I remember this one time I caught him robbing a bank. I started hitting him and I think, geez, he's breathing funny. Does he have asthma?
He tried that on me too, only I had heard about his thing. He was following me around in the street in broad daylight yelling, "Punish me!" And I'm saying, no, get lost.
Whatever happened to him?
Well, he tried it on Rorschach, and Rorschach dropped him down an elevator shaft.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, that's not funny.
No, I guess it's not.
Jeez, tonight felt good. Thanks, Dan. It doesn't seem like there are too many laughs around here anymore.
Well, what do you expect? The comedian is dead.
Snuff that out, won't you? I just opened another window.
John didn't give me the chance to light this one up before zapping me out of here. Always gets me. New York 1 second, California the next.
Poor baby. John couldn't stop by?
Nah, he had some funeral to go to, some official thing.
Might need to make it a double if you don't put that thing out. Why aren't you there?
Because it doesn't matter if I don't go.
Ooh, you're fired up. Must be someone I know.
Mother, I don't...
It's Eddie Blake's funeral, isn't it? I read about it in the paper. Poor Eddie.
Poor Eddie. Mother, after what he tried to do to you.
Why do you always call me Mother when you're upset?
Mother, I don't...
What happened? Happened 40 years ago. It's history.
Yeah, well, so's Doc out.
When you get to be my age, all that big stuff starts to seem small. In the end, you just wash your hands of it and shut it away.
Just like that?
Just like that. Extinguished.
You know, I don't know how you surround yourself with superhero memorabilia. This stuff's embarrassing.
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of flattering. People used to slobber over me.
Mother!
Laurie, I'm 65. Every day, future looks a little darker. But the past, even the grimy parts of it, well, it just keeps getting brighter all the time.
Can I scratch my ass now?
I got spots in my eyes.
Really? Let me see if I could fish them out for you.
Oh, Eddie, give me a break.
Come on. Let's head back to the Owl's Nest for a beer.
You guys go ahead. I gotta get changed.
Say, doesn't this all feel like a little too much to you?
You're telling me. The comedian who ruffled my hair before the picture.
I mean this whole group. I'm grateful that Sally's agent had the idea for an adventuring team, but I thought we'd be doing more, oh, you know, crime fighting, not posing for the camera.
I like this more than being out in the streets myself.
Well, that's... Hey, where is Blake?
Oh, he must have just gone to the bathroom or something.
No, we need to find where he went. Exactly.
Hey. Now, an outfit like that, she was basically just asking for it.
You vicious little bastard! I'm gonna beat you to a pulp!
So that's it, huh? That's what gets you and Nelson hot!
Yeah. I'm onto your shtick. And one of these days, the joke is gonna be all on you.
Sally, I'm so sorry.
For someone who called himself the comedian, I never understood the punchline of his sick actions.
Can't you forget about what Hollis said in that book?
Don't you care about your image? Imagine what all the old Minutemen must think of you.
Half of them are dead now, sweetheart. Besides, my image, I'm not the one sleeping with an H-bomb.
John is not an H-bomb.
Honey, the only difference is that they don't have to get the H-bomb laid every once in a while.
You realize you're being totally unfair.
Yeah, well, things are tough all over. Rains on the just and the unjust, except in California.
In the midst of life, we are in death. Of whom may we seek succor but of thee, O Lord? For our sins art justly displeased.
Well, firstly, I'd like to say I'm very pleased to see so many of you here. Very pleased. Secondly, I'd like to welcome you all. to the first meeting of the Crime Busters. Now, as you all know, there hasn't been a masked adventuring team since the Minutemen disbanded. I'm getting ahead of myself. Any questions? Yes.
Why the Crime Busters?
Well, because new evils arise each day that we have to combat. College campus subversion, college protests, marijuana use, all of that.
I just meant the name.
By banding together as the Crime Busters, we can combat these evils.
Bullshit.
What?
I said bullshit. This whole crime shtick, it stinks.
Can we agree on no drinking at meetings?
Oh, you people are a joke. You hear that Moloch is back in town, right? And you think, oh boy, let's gang up and bust him. You think that really matters?
Well, of course it matters.
Rorschach and I have made real headway into the gang problem. I feel like it's definitely a good idea.
We can affect some.
Surely this is simply an organizational issue.
Speak up. You know that we're all going to listen.
Well, please, my views hold as much weight as each of yours.
Uh-huh. But what do they call you? World's smartest man, Ozzy? Makes me wonder.
I am only here to learn.
Learn from a bunch of middle-aged wash-ups and geeks. Finish your thought, Ozzy. I'm worth the same to you all, but...
Well, perhaps... Well, perhaps all this group needs is the right person coordinating things.
Oh, and I wonder who that might be, huh? You really are smart. Why waste your time here?
Well, I grew up listening to the Minutemen radio specials. They inspired me to invent myself anew.
And inside 30 years, it won't matter squat who you are. The nukes will be flying. The whole world is going to burn. And then...
My display!
Then Ozymandias here will be the smartest man on the Cinder. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date with Uncle Sam. I'll see you in the funny papers.
Wait, don't all leave. Somebody has to do it. Don't you see? Somebody has to save the world.
Thou most worthy Judge Eternal, suffer us not at our last hour, or any pains of death to fall from thee.
Goddamn fireworks. You think this country would have had enough, huh?
This victory clearly means something to the Vietnamese.
Nah. You think our boys aren't going to treat them any different than the VC? Well, good job. You won the war for us, though.
You sound bitter.
Nah. I think it's hilarious.
You're a strange man, Blake. You have strange attitudes towards life and war.
Strange. Once you figure out what a joke everything is, being the comedian is the only thing that makes sense.
Blake.
God. Yep, this is just what I needed.
I kept quiet about what you did here, but I can't anymore. We were supposed to be figureheads. I never wanted to go to war or to see the things that you...
Hey! It's all part of a joke, okay? Just go along with it.
The charred villages, the necklaces of human ears.
Never said it was a good joke.
I dragged myself to this hellhole only to prove you wrong, always calling me and Hollis sissies.
Okay, good for you, Nelly. Good for you.
And I'm not going to let you forget about what you've done here.
Oh! My face! You hurt my face!
Blake.
You little...
Blake, don't.
Hey, Nelson. You got something on your shirt.
Blake. You done well. You gunned him down.
Yeah, that's right. Dear old friend, gunned him down. And guess what? You watched me. You could have turned the gun into steam or the bullets into mercury. Or teleported either one of us into goddamn Australia. But you didn't. You really don't care about any of us. Soon you won't care about Sally Jupiter's little girl. You're drifting out of touch, Doc. You're turning into a flake. God help us all.
We therefore commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Started with the goddamn cops, and this is how it ends. I got rubber bullets and tear gas, you punks!
This is a nightmare.
Hey, that's it! Dan, drop some smoke now!
What?
What do you think?
What the hell happened here? Get out of here! This stuff isn't safe! Comedian, I said, what the hell happened?
I heard you! I was protecting our country!
Protecting them from what?
From themselves! What's the matter? You only feel good about yourself when you're against some schmuck in a Halloween costume?
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Hey, put the damn can down! I've seen this put up everywhere. They don't like us. And they don't want us.
Why would they? This police strike is burning the city to the ground. All because we wanted to play dress up.
And now you're finally catching on.
What the hell happened to us? What happened to the American dream?
What happened to the American dream? It came true! You're looking at it. Now, come on. Let's go put these suckers through some real changes.
And forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Not another one. Why the hell are you here?
Edgar William Jacoby, also known as William Vaugh, also known as William Edgar Bright, also known as Moloch.
Yes, you have the wrong man.
Lying. Do it again, broken arm. Not joking.
Please. I kept changing my name so you people would leave me alone. You have no grasp on reality.
Huh. Lectures on reality from man who willingly fought Dr. Manhattan.
What do you want from me?
Heard you attended funeral today. Why?
I don't know. Ever since the comedian visited me,
How did you know Blake was comedian?
He visited me! He was drunk, crying. I thought he was gonna kill me. This must have been a week before he died. He mentioned an island of writers and scientists. Listed some of the terrible things he did. And he said I was on some sort of list. I don't know why the hell he came to see me. I guess a guy like that, the only friend he can have is a sworn enemy.
Funny story. Sounds unbelievable. Probably true.
See? I told you I haven't done anything illegal.
Found these. Outlawed 3 years ago. Illegal.
Please. If you have to know, they're for my cancer.
Cancer? What kind of cancer?
You know the kind that you eventually get better from?
Yes.
Not that kind!
Fine. Off hook for now. Be seeing you. Keep out of trouble. Rorschach's Journal. October 16th, 1985. Thought about Moloch's story on way to Cemetery. Could be elaborate lie and revenge plot after years behind bars. But if true, then what? Puzzling reference to island, so many questions. Answer soon. Nothing is insoluble. Nothing is hopeless. Not while there's life. Paid last respects quietly. Only enemies left roses. Met comedian in 1965. Uncompromising in beliefs. Didn't care if people liked him. Respected that. He saw the world as it was and chose to become a parody of it. Nobody else saw a joke. That's why he was lonely. Heard joke once. Man goes to doctor. Says life is harsh and cruel. He's depressed. Doctor says treatment is simple. Great clown Pagliacci is in town. Go see him. He'll cheer you up. Man bursts into tears. He says, but doctor, I am Pagliacci. Good joke. Everybody laughs. Curtain.
A news vendor, his every opinion. He listens to every person's side, and he makes his own views out of all of them, using a little bit from everyone. So after a good morning of listening, I think I finally got it. We ought to nuke Russia and let God sort it out. I mean, what else can we do, right? It's us or them. We got bombs, they got bombs. So why aren't we using them, right? Of course, this is just my opinion. It just makes sense, final analysis.
Good afternoon. Is it here yet?
Your copy of the New Frontiersman. Yeah, of course. It's right here. This is far-right tabloid nonsense. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay. So, how's the end of the world coming along?
Today. For certain. Seeing the signs. You'll keep my paper for me tomorrow.
Oh, sure. Always do.
You won't forget.
Delirious. I saw that hell-bound ship's black sails against the yellow Indie sky. I knew again the stench of powder and men's brains in war. Waking from nightmare, I found myself upon a dismal beachhead, amongst dead men and the pieces of dead men. I had a sudden memory of clinging fast to someone through the tempest. The figurehead lay at my feet, blindfolded by seaweed. And upon that dreadful shore, she smiled. I made to take the ribbon of kelp from off her painted eyes, then thought better of it. Her damp embrace had prevented me from drifting beyond. Yet this small comfort was all I could offer. I could not love her as she had loved me.
Oh, well, we probably don't have time. Isn't your TV interview soon?
No. We have time.
All right. Well, then.
What is it? Are you alright?
Why are there two of you?
I thought you'd enjoy it. I do try to please you.
No. Why would I? Sorry, John. I just overreacted, is all. I'm gonna go get a cigarette.
I'm sorry. I don't know what stimulates you anymore.
No, John. John, what the hell? Were you working while we were in bed?
My work is at an important stage. Felt it was unnecessary to focus entirely on us.
Oh, shut up! I hate you! I'm leaving.
Laurie, if there's a problem with my attitude, I'm prepared to discuss it.
No, I'm packing my things and I'm leaving.
Laurie.
I must have met him 26 years ago. Almost 3 decades, and he still looks like he's 30. Guess it's not my fault he wanted a side piece to match. So he dumped me for that little teenager who runs around in her underwear, that silk Spectre. I mean, I stuck with him after he turned into God knows what. And he has the nerve to just leave, just out of the blue like that. And now look at me. Hair is falling out in clumps. And I don't know if that's the diagnosis or the stress from the diagnosis. God. I'm glad your paper contacted me. It's such a relief just to talk to somebody.
Hey, Laurie. Come in! I was hoping I'd see you after that dinner thing last week. Just getting my lock repaired. Pull a chair. Do you take sugar with your coffee?
Yeah. Yes. 2 sugars.
Is 1 lump okay?
Yeah, 1's fine. It'll be.
Hey, Laurie. What's the problem?
Oh God, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I came. It's just. God, I don't know anyone except goddamn superheroes.
Hey, whatever it is, I'm sure it's not the end of the world.
I left John.
Oh.
I just couldn't keep doing it. The way he looks at things, like he can't exactly remember what they are. It doesn't particularly care. This world and people, there's just shadows to him, like shadows in the fog.
Here, drink this whole. I was only going to Hollis's. It can wait.
No. Why don't I, walk you there? I won't hold you any longer.
Don't you want your coffee?
No, I'm sorry. It's too bitter.
Dr. Osterman, I'm with Army Intelligence. Just so you know, Afghanistan is a no-go area, so if it comes up, try to play it cool. And try not to get into any tight corners.
And now, in his first ever televised interview, let's have a big hand for Doc Manhattan himself, Dr. Jonathan Osterman. Doc, I hope you'll forgive me for asking this, but what's up, Doc?
Up is a relative concept. It has no intrinsic value.
Okay, so let's get going on some questions.
Doc, I write for Paramount Express. If the Russians act up in Afghanistan, will you be prepared to intervene?
As far as I'm aware, there is no situation in Afghanistan that requires my attention.
All right, fine.
It's fair. Well, now I was wondering, Doc, do you remember Wally Weaver? He was your buddy in the 60s. Died of cancer in 71. I believe it was sudden and quite painful.
I remember Wally. He was a good friend. I attended his funeral.
I was wondering if you also remember Edgar Jacobi, also known as Moloch. You encountered him several times in the 70s in battles, conflicts, whatever it is you super people do. Did you know that Jacobi also has terminal cancer?
Moloch. No, I didn't know.
What's the matter? You don't like this line of questioning? How about this one? Did you know that Janie Slater, who you were romantically linked with in the 60s, also has lung cancer? Doctors have given her 6 months to live.
Janie. No, I didn't know about Janie.
Dr. Manhattan, does being near you cause cancer?
I have no reason to concur that that's true.
Let's go. The mob's getting aroused. You're going to get my paper and answer. No more questions for the doctor, all right? About paper, anything. Dr. Manhattan, can you confer? Do you cause cancer?
Please, will you just leave me alone?
Dr. Manhattan, on average, how long did you spend in bed with Janie Slater?
I said, leave me alone!
Us getting mugged. I can't believe it. After the adrenaline wears off, I always kind of feel sort of weird, like sort of empty. Well, I ought to head back. Maybe think everything over with John. See if I can find one reason to stay. Take care of yourself, Dan.
Yeah. You too.
I said, leave me alone!
1 minute, we're all in there, asking questions, and the next, he teleports every one of us outside the studio, even the camera crew.
Frieder's murderous onslaught had surprised us. We'd been blasted to fragments before we could warn David's town of the hellship approach. I thought of my family. Vulnerable, unsuspecting, crazed with helplessness. I cursed God and wept, wondering if he wept also.
Oh, jeez, it's raining. Lend me your cap, will ya?
No, cheers. I don't lend things. It's my philosophy. In this world, you shouldn't rely on help from anyone. In the end, a man stands alone.
Dr. Osterman, don't take the sign too personally.
after the interview, we thought it best to comply with safety regulations.
I see. It appears as if I'm incapable of cohabiting safely. Tell your superiors and Mr. Spezek that I'm leaving.
Leaving?
Yes. For Arizona first, I think. Then Mars.
Mars. No, you really had me for a second. Oh, shit.
That night, I slept badly beneath the cold, distant stars, pondering upon the cold, distant God in whose hands the fate of David's town rested. Was he really there? Had he been there once, but now departed?
Gone? What do you mean he's gone?
I mean, he left. Now, please, we have to get you a cancer scan.
What the hell is this?
Mr. Spezek, we have to ask. Did you place Dr. Osterman under any emotional stress before his interview last night?
You're blaming me for... No, this is ridiculous. Anything John did, he did because he wanted to.
Jesus Christ, I have taken enough of this. Lady, if you and Dr. Osterman fought last night, I hope you're okay knowing that your little breakup might have just doomed the entire country. Because if our psychologists are right, he isn't coming back. Your meal ticket just flew the coop. And there's nothing we can do about it. That means America's greatest defense against the Russians just left all of us for Mars.
Exhausted, I slept atop the grave, dreams ringing with the horribly familiar screams of children. I saw the black freighter, bearing down on all I loved, but I was powerless to stop it.
Stupid comic doesn't even have an ending.
Hey, now, let's see what's going on in this fine Sunday. Oh, Jesus.
You can keep this comic. Doesn't even end.
No, you have it. And take my cap, too. You get home to your mom. Be good to her, okay? I mean, we all gotta look out for one another. Don't we? That's my philosophy.
Sure, man. Thanks for the stuff.
Sure, you too. And don't worry about paying for the comic. I mean, life's too short. In a final analysis.
Mars, I don't... Was John really the only thing stopping the Russians from...
Put it this way. If Dr. Osterman really wanted to live on a red planet, he should have stayed home. A strong gust of wind could set off the Russians' nuclear radars, or ours, for that matter. The wind's totally impartial. Totally indifferent. I give it another week till we break out the big guns. And after that, humanity is in the hands of a higher power than ours. Let's just hope he's on our side.
The photograph is in my hands. It is of a man and a woman in 1959. 9 seconds from now, I drop it to the pink sand. It's already thin paper made lighter by the weak Mars gravity. It's 1959. I'm squinting with the burning light of a camera flash as the picture is being taken. 5 seconds now. It's falling to the sand. But the camera is still flashing, 26 years earlier. 2 seconds now. The photograph is falling from my hands. And I will instead look at the stars. They are so far away, and their light travels so far to reach us. And by the time it does, they're already gone, burned up in supernovas, so that only their light remains. All we ever see of stars are their old photographs. Someone placed them on their path, winded the cosmos, placing gears down so that one day they may be called upon to turn, until they burn up, turning the life they breathe into gold. I am trying to give a name to the force that set this in motion.
Keeps the boy moving forward. It's all I have to do. John, where are you?
In here, Father. I almost got the dial recalibrated on this one.
You're still working on pocket watches?
Yeah. Really, it's just a matter of reassembling the pieces in the correct sequence.
John, they dropped the atomic bomb on Japan. A whole city gone. You need to abandon this nonsense. Study nuclear science.
But Father, I'm good with watches. I could even take over the shop when you're gone.
But what use are watchmakers? They say watches freeze at the instant of a nuclear blast. A sign if I have ever seen one.
Father, what are you doing?
My profession is a thing of a past. Instead, my son must have a future.
Father, wait!
Cogwheels rain over Brooklyn. 3 years later, I arrive at Princeton. Another 10 after that. I graduate with a PhD in nuclear physics. I am 30 years old, and I am being offered a job at Gila Flats in Arizona. Hours later, I will be told I'm young for the position. 30 years later, I will visit this place for the final time. But here on Mars, it was only hours ago. I'm still there, arriving at Gila Flats, and leaving with a memory.
That was it. You went to Princeton. Say, didn't Einstein teach there?
Yeah, I actually attended one of his lectures.
I heard he argues with his wife. A guy like that. A genius. Even he doesn't know how women work.
I guess he's just human, like the rest of us.
This here is the IF chamber, intrinsic field subtractor and all that.
Oh, is this where you test the presence of fields other than gravity?
I don't know, I'm just an intern.
Oh.
Anyway, that's not real where the real work gets done.
I'm so sorry. Deja vu. I could have sworn I saw something.
A bar in the middle of the desert. Should probably get a drink.
Or get tested. After Hank.
Hank Meadows. He died of a brain tumor last fall. His picture's up there with the rest. You're too young for a research scientist.
Oh, my father kind of pushed me into it. Everyone seems to be making moves for me.
Uh-huh. I'll bet. Can I buy you a drink?
It's the first time a woman has ever done this for me. Our hands touch on the frozen glass. The light is almost reaching me.
Right out, but not a bad way to spend the weekend off.
Hey, young lovers, hold it.
Oh, we're not,
Take home a memory. Only 75 cents.
Ugh, my watch.
Oh, it's all right. I can fix it. I can fix it once we get back to our hotel room. We both know what's going to happen. The photograph is in my hands. Its importance is only beginning to reach me here on Mars. This is the only photo anyone has of John Osterman. Oh, I never asked. Who are the rest of these people on this bulletin board?
Those are the scientists that died at the Yellow Flats. We keep their pictures up there. Little frozen snapshot of time.
Oh, that reminds me. I fixed your watch. It's inside my lab coat at the IF chamber. I'll go get it. The accident is nearly upon me now.
Oh, I didn't even realize that this was closing. Just open it up, will you?
We can't.
What?
We can't open the door while the experiment's heating up. It's a safety feature.
John, what's taking you? Oh God, no. I can't watch.
Wait, no, Janie, don't leave me!
There's something in my hand. Good as new. The air grows too warm, too quickly. I would like a beautiful woman to hand me a glass of very cold beer. Atoms scream in muted horror. And the light is taking me to pieces. It's September. A funeral is held with nothing to bury. October. Janie hangs my photo in the bestiary with the others. It's November. The nervous system sparks in and out of existence. It's November 10th, and the circulatory system walks through the kitchen. It's November 14th, and a partially muscled skeleton appears only to scream before vanishing. Really, it's just a matter of reassembling the pieces in the correct sequence. It's November 22nd.
I swear, this place is haunted.
Willie, please don't.
Well, I'm sorry, but... Hey, do you hear that whistling?
No, I can hear it too. Hey, my arm, the hair, all the hairs on my arm are standing up.
feels as though I've always been here. A supernova swallows a star in the distance. A sly wink intended only for the trilobites. Supernovas are where gold forms. The only place.
It was all I could think of. Is this the sort of thing you like now that you're...
I like it very much.
I'm glad.
Its atomic structure is like a perfect grid. Like a checkerboard. Janie, are you alright? Do you want me to raise the temperature?
I'm just scared. You were disintegrated and you put yourself back together. You say you're like God now.
I don't think there is a God. If there is, I'm nothing like him. I still want you. I'll always want you. As I lie, I hear her shouting and packing 7 years from now. My fingers open. The photograph is falling. It's all getting out of my hands.
The U.S. military has taken control of this extraordinary being's usage for the United States Protection Plan. We repeat, the Superman exists, and he's American.
The government tells me that I will be called Dr. Manhattan after the Manhattan Project. They believe it will frighten the Russians away from nuclear attack.
So you're saying that you knew President Kennedy was going to get shot. Why didn't you do or say anything?
I can't prevent the future. To me, it's already happening.
It feels like we rushed into this. Is there anything I can call you besides Dr. Manhattan?
My name's John.
Abandoning me for some jailbait in spandex. Is it because I'm getting older? Christ, won't you say anything? I'm leaving and you're staring at me with those cold, unfeeling... Well, I'm packing my things and leaving. Goodbye, John.
She's certainly good company on the island, but Boozastis costs rather a lot to feed.
What is she?
A genetically engineered lynx.
Beautiful. I had no idea eugenics were this advanced.
Well, John's presence has sent advancements more than 20 years off in motion. Our scientists are only limited by their imaginations.
And their consciences, surely.
Let's hope so.
His eyes are sad and knowing. It's summer, 1985. The magazine is commemorating Hiroshima Week. On the cover is a watch, stopped at the instant of the blast. Face cracked. Hands frozen. I no longer wish to look at dead things. I'm tired of Earth. These people. I'm tired of being caught in the tangle of their lives. The sand slips so easily through my fingers, the weight made minuscule by the gravity. I could form any shape with this sand, but I'm already there, forming my creation in the future. Its image was predetermined long before I set foot on the red planet. A world of glass grows around me. Am I shaping it? Or do its predetermined contours guide my hand? It's 1945. The bombs are falling on Hiroshima. Cogwheels reign over Brooklyn. If only I hadn't left the watch in that test chamber. Am I to blame then? Or my father for choosing my career? Or the fat man? Which one of us is responsible? Who makes the world? Perhaps nothing is made. Perhaps it simply is, has been, always will be. A clock without a craftsman. The light of 2 hours past will just be reaching Earth. If they have strong enough telescopes, they can see me. The photograph in my hand, lying in the sand at my feet. I'm standing over Brooklyn in 1945, watching my father throw the cogwheels off our fire escape. But it's too late. Always has been. Always will be too late. In this makerless mechanism, the light of supernovas begins to flick off the stars.
Good morning, Moloch.
Good morning.
Gun. No license. Checked. Very bad.
Christ. What do you want with me now?
Nothing. Just passing by. Old. Alone. Dying. Thought you would appreciate company.
Can I get out of my fridge?
No. You mentioned list that comedian told you about. Heard other list. One of cancer patients from Dr. Manhattan's interview.
I don't know what you're implying.
Implying nothing. Simple observation. Comedian and Dr. Manhattan were your biggest enemies. Both gone now. Very convenient. Who is it, Moloch? Who's behind this?
I don't know. I told you already.
No good. Wrong tone of voice. Not convincing.
Rorschach, please. I didn't do it. I don't know who.
Go in there. Had a long night interrogating human excrement. If anything refreshes your memory, leave a note opposite Gunga Diner at 40th and 7th. Mail drop there. Also, get gun license. Soon.
Yes, absolutely. Anything.
Rorschach's journal, October 21st, 1985. Left Jacoby's 4:32 a.m. He knows nothing. Used as pawn. By whom? Russians seem obvious, but comedian mentioned island of artists and scientists. Doesn't fit. Can't concentrate. No sleep since Saturday. Rest now. More to be done tonight. Thinking more on walk to rest spot. The world feels blank, uninspired, washed out. Difficult to seek out inspiration. So I wait. Wait for a flash of enlightenment amidst all this blood and thunder.
When it rains, it pours, huh?
That ain't funny. This was a normal guy. He had a family.
Yeah. Don't have to remind me of the family. They are all over that poster.
So what's the motive? Stuff like this doesn't just...
Like I said, when it rains, it pours. War with the Russians is not just your kid's problem anymore. Things, they don't get worse one at a time like they used to.
So, he sees everything get bad all at once,
and the guy snaps. You know, all of that bad, it doesn't warrant anything small, so he offs his kids and opens his jugular in the name of protecting them all from the Reds.
Christ. It's fear-mongering. The media doing all this, it's an omen of doom.
Sure. So is Russia invading Afghanistan. And the media inspires boredom, not killing your kids, Seymour. That takes a whole different breed of inspiration.
Yeesh, I don't know what possesses someone to write trash like this. The new frontiersman, Dr. Manhattan secretly collaborating with Russians on Mars weapon. Guy spends years protecting us from the Reds, and this is how we treat him. It ain't right. I mean, it's my philosophy. We gotta treat our fellow man with respect and dignity. Even him. And especially now. Otherwise, we'll end up with nothing. Nothing at all.
Everything I loved, everything I lived for depends on me reaching Davidstown in advance of that terrible freighter. Clinging to the memory of my wife's eyes, I dragged men up from underground, sand trickling from their sockets, removing their clothing. I tore it to ribbons, binding them together. By afternoon, I'd fell enough young palms to build the deck of my conveyance, affixing it to the human float beneath. And I started east across the night seas. East borne on the naked backs of murdered men.
Shows how much they care about the average person, right? As soon as my meal ticket zapped off to Mars, they froze my expense account, just leaving me completely out to sea.
Oh. You're not gonna stay with your mother, are you?
Oh, I'd rather be back with John. On Mars.
Sorry about that.
Is everything okay, Dan? It seems like you have something to say.
Oh no, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Okay, well, I mean, thanks for buying me lunch. And wish me luck in that cheap NYC hotel room.
I mean, hey, there's always my place to sleep until you can find something a little more.
Dan, you're wonderful, but I couldn't impose.
Oh no, it's not an imposition. My place is a lot spacier than it looks. I spent a lot emptying out there's a lot of empty rooms.
But are you sure? I mean, we only just started talking without one of us in spandex, like 2 weeks ago?
I mean, hey, we were in the same line of work. That settles it. I mean, we'll have plenty to talk about, right?
Yeah. Both legacy heroes, both friends.
Yeah, exactly. We're both leftovers.
Rorschach's Journal, October 21st, 1985. Woken at 11 a.m. by landlady complaining of smell. She is grotesque, unwieldy, likely cheats on welfare. And she reminds me of my mother. Almost open door, still wearing skin. Too exhausted to take it off night before. Stupid. Past defaced building. Spray paint depicting sexual foreplay. Made doorway look haunted. Didn't like. Entered diner. Watched Dryberg and Despesic exit. Possible affair. Despesic could have engineered Dr. Manhattan cancer hoax to make room for Dryberg. Also hated comedian. Must investigate further. Sat in diner watching mail drop from messages from Moloch. In New York, opened its heart to me.
The toy company suggested we open our minds to all your superhero life. I think they suggested some of your old villains.
Past life. Then all the villains are dead.
Not you two. Everyone's on this death craze today with the guy who killed his kids in the news.
Conflict is all too often used for profit.
With the news? Oh, you're still in the toy company.
Couldn't we order another Karnak Island set?
They said all the Egyptian scenery was too morbid. I gotta side with them there.
Death wasn't morbid to the Egyptians. They saw it more as a stepping off point.
Like an elevator or more a public transportation type deal?
Open your mouth! Coward! He's got a poison capsule! You do not get to leave that easily! Damn! Call the toy company and cancel the next line. If they ask why, tell them I don't have any enemies.
Dan, I can't say how nice it is to know the whole world isn't out to get me.
Well, it's not much, but it should be comfortable.
No, it's perfect. I had no idea you owned all 3 floors of the building.
Yeah, well, my dad was a kind of it doesn't matter. I'll be right down the hall if you need anything.
Oh?
Like coffee or aspirin or stuff like that.
Okay. Thanks, Stan, but I'll probably sleep for a week after all of this. I can't say how much I appreciate you for looking out for me. You're like a big brother.
Right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Night, Laurie.
Good night, Dan. Sweet dreams.
Hell and damnation.
Rorschach's Journal, October 21st, 1985. Someone tried to kill Adrian Veidt. Certain of mass killer theory now. Killer is closing in. Message from Moloch. Urgent information, 11:30. Hours to kill. The alleyway where I left my things is cold and deserted. Putting them on, I abandon lust and fear and weakness. My coat, my shoes, my spotless gloves, my face. Step outside to screaming from robbery or assault, likely both. Sometimes the night is generous to me.
I awoke at dawn and drank a little salt water. I have heard that on less than a pint daily, a man might live. Beneath my raft, something moved. Irrationally, my first thought was of the corpses, bursting their bonds. No. Something approached me. A dark, shadowy form, beneath the waves. Perhaps a boat come to rescue me. A fool's dream and a fool's pint of reality. No. Boat, no. Rather a fin.
That's it. That's the end of it. I can excuse all that stuff with Doc Manhattan, but someone shooting at Adrian Veidt? That man is a saint. I tell you, if the end really is coming, me and the big guy are going to have a lot of talking to do.
It's the phone.
Jeez, would you believe I had the same music taste as this guy?
Isn't that stuff evidence? Incidentally, the phone's ringing again.
Something's off today. You know, I can just feel it. It was in the air.
Yeah, that's sound waves. They're coming from the phone?
No, I mean, like, first that Kitty murder, then the Adrian Veidt assassination. It's like a pattern. It's like it's all building up to something.
Will you answer the goddamn phone?
All right.
Jeez. Please.
It's my phone. Don't answer. This is Detective Fine. A tip? I'm sure. It's not really my department, but... A raw shark? Why the hell would I need to know where to find a raw shark? Raw shark. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
That wasn't about...
20 years of chasing this bastard and somebody just up and hands him to us? Come on, let's go ignore some red lights, huh?
Good evening, Jacoby. Got your note. Someone shot at Adrian Veidt today. Hear about it? Comedian, Dr. Manhattan, Ozymandias. Someone's gone in for mass, Jacoby. Could be a buddy of yours. Could be you. Maybe you can enlighten me.
This is the police, Rorschach. We know you're in there. It's all over. Now, if anyone's in there with you, I want them out first, unharmed.
No! Walked right into it, stupid! Stupid!
Come on, Rorschach. Let's make this a nice, clean surrender.
Never surrender.
You got 10 seconds, Rorschach. You're making this tough on yourself. 5, 4... Okay, time's up. We're coming in. I hope you're ready.
When you are.
Think you really got him?
Hey, get behind the line. And yes, you got him.
watching the biggest story of the decade behind tape. You sure you have him?
It's a dead end. There's no way out.
Get him! Get him! He's down!
Friend, get up. Get up, get up!
Get his mask off, man! Get it off! Oh my god, he stinks.
No! My face! Give me back my face!
Who is he? Anyone I would know?
He's a nobody under the mask. What matters is that nobody, he's going to jail with everyone he ever locked up. I'm telling you, it all evens out in the end. Everything balances.
I suppose you know what this is, Walter. Will you tell me what you see?
A pretty butterfly.
Okay, that's excellent, Walter. That's an excellent response. Would you look at this one for me? From the notes of Dr. Malcolm Long, October 25th, 1985. First interview with Kovacs today. He's better than expected. The guards are on hand in case he tries anything, but he's a model patient so far. I just wish he wasn't so intense. I just wish he wouldn't stare at me like that.
Okay, I think that's enough staring at the TV for tonight. Right, Laurie? Laurie?
Oh, Dan? Were you... I'm sorry, I hope you weren't staying up for me.
Oh, no. I'm just trying to find anything about Rorschach.
Hey, is that Adrian coming on?
I think so.
Wow. He looks terrific in that costume.
The world has kept marching onward. But why should you? Perhaps it's time to remember the things you left behind. The things you promised were unforgettable. Because shouldn't you be too? Glimmering, golden, unforgettable. Nostalgia. Bye-bye.
Has someone been more
Laurie,
You look great without those chunky glasses.
That's how you'll stay.
Laurie, I'm sorry. I just I need a few minutes.
Oh, hey, that's okay. We've got time. All the time in the world.
Walter, I don't think either of us wants to be here all day. What is it you see?
Some nice flowers.
That's good, Walter. Can we talk about your mother? It says here that you went into foster care at a very young age. What was she like?
Bloated, dishonest, a whore.
I see. You began working at a garment district soon after leaving her care?
Job bearable, but unpleasant. Handling women's clothing. Had special order for new Manhattan-based fabric. Dress made of fluid shapes. Buyer never picked it up. Said it was ugly. Wrong. Black and white. Moving, changing shape. But no mixing. No gray. Beautiful. Took it home.
That's nice, Walter.
Found woman who'd ordered dress years later. Kitty Genovese. Raped. Murdered. Outside own apartment building. Almost 40 neighbors heard screams and did nothing. Some watched. All had excuses. Gray. No good. Took home dress and made face I could bear to look at in the mirror.
A face? I understand. Is this Genovese's woman's murder enough for the whole world to be damned? There are good people out there.
Like you.
Well, I wouldn't presume that.
Why are you spending so much time with me, Doctor? Other people down in cells with worse behavior than mine. But then, they're not famous.
I care a lot about you, Walter.
You don't want to make me well. You just want to know what makes me sick. You'll find out. Have patience. And you'll find out.
From the notes of Dr. Malcolm Long, October 26, 1985. Took some steps back with Kovacs today. But I won't give up on his treatment. I'll just have to wash my hands of his behavior today.
Laurie? You okay down there?
Someone could be gunning for former masked heroes.
Laurie? Laurie!
Dan, I'm so sorry. I was looking for the dash lighter and
I don't smoke. That was the flamethrower.
well, I know that now. I'm really sorry, Dan. Your wonderful ship.
Oh, it's no problem. It's just soot. It'll wash off. What are you doing with the goggles?
Oh, the goggles?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess I just grabbed them in the panic.
Go ahead. Try them on.
Oh, well, I'm not sure if they're my style.
The goggles aren't just cosmetic. They got everything. Night vision, thermal, you name it.
You designed all this? Dan, this is wonderful.
Whenever I put those on, no matter how dark things got, everything just seemed a little bit brighter.
This must be how John sees things.
Right. Well, we better put this stuff away and get to bed. I thought we're gonna have to do battle with the screaming skull down here.
All this talk of war, I wish I could just zap it away, like John did.
Oh, sure. Who wouldn't want to do the old Manhattan transfer?
The what? Oh!
There's an altercation in the cafeteria. Apparently, Rorschach threw fried grease on another inmate. While being restrained by guards, he said,
"None of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me!"
I'm beginning to lose hope. Everyone in here hates him, police and inmates. More instances like this, unfortunately, will be all but inevitable.
Dan? Where'd you go?
Down here.
Down. Hey. Are you okay? You sound upset.
It was a dream. It was only a dream. We were kissing, and then a nuclear bomb went off and just wiped it all away.
I'm sorry.
It's this war. We can fight, sure, but there's not much a masked Avenger can do against a nuclear war. It just makes me feel so helpless, so impotent.
Dan.
I don't know. Just going out in costume in the owl ship was the only time I ever felt like I was making something of myself.
Okay. So let's go out.
But the Keenact,
We don't have to bust any skulls, just a quiet fly over New York. In costume.
Laurie, are you sure? It's late, and this is stupid. We should probably just get back up.
Hey, I was a superhero too. I'm used to going out at 3 a.m. and doing something stupid.
Hey, Walter. How are you?
In prison. Yourself?
I'm fine. Now, Walter, we talked about your mask, your face, but I was wondering, could you tell me more about Rorschach?
You keep calling me Walter. I don't like you.
Why's that?
Fat. Wealthy. Think you understand pain. I'll tell you, Doctor. I'll tell you about Rorschach. Wasn't Rorschach just with mask? Thought so, but wrong. Coddled criminals back then. Left them alive. All of us did. Me, my friends. All soft.
You have friends?
Corrected mistake. None of them understood. We don't do this thing for romance, or personal gain, or fulfillment. We do it because we are compelled.
Why didn't they understand, Walter?
Saw a man's capacity for horror. Saw a world's black underbelly. And turned away.
Oh, what did you see? The world's black underbelly.
Kidnapping case. 1975. Little girl kidnapped from family. Tracked her to bad neighborhood. And a worse looking house. Smelled of damp plaster. Empty. went looking for her inside. Hello?
And?
I found her.
Oh, what? Hey, I got rights. If you think I've got anything to do with that missing girl, you have no evidence. I haven't done anything. Nothing at all. Hey, no, you can't do this to me. I did it, okay? I killed that little girl. I got buddies on the force. If they find out you caped weirdos are killing people, they'll hunt you down. You gotta be kidding.
Stood outside 1 hour. Clouds ran dark with plywood and child murderers. Nobody got out. Knew then. Existence is random. Has no pattern, no meaning. Save what we imagine after staring at it for too long. Nothing but what we make of it. You see, God didn't take that little girl. Fate didn't murder her. And destiny didn't desecrate what was left. We did. World was blank slate to scrawl my design on. Was free. Was Rorschach. Does that answer your question?
Going up in smoke. You know, I'm starting to believe Rorschach's mass killer theory.
Hey, there's a building on fire.
Oh, Archie can put it out. I'll, set her down.
Archie?
Ship's name. I'll extend the ramp so you can shepherd the residents inside.
Okay, well, if I'm getting this close to the flame, I won't need this. Well... the ramp, Dan? So we can help the trapped residents?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Everyone inside the owl-themed spaceship!
You're safe now. I'll put some music on the in-ship stereo.
Plenty of room.
Oh, certain touch that. That's the flamethrower.
Oh. Hey, Dan. Night Owl.
Hmm?
Is this the coffee machine?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody want some coffee? Okay.
Set you guys down near the fire department.
Oh my god. That was wonderful.
I mean, not anything like beating up muggers, but yeah, incredible.
I almost forgot this job was about saving people.
I feel so confident, like I'm on fire. You know, all the wars and mass killers, they're just cases, just problems to solve.
You know, you're sounding a lot more alive. We might get an appetite for this.
You know, going out and doing all this again had me thinking. We should break out Rorschach.
What?
All these years you've had my number, and you wait till we're the last 2 Minutemen to use it?
Well, I wanted to wait until I had something to say.
Well, what is it?
Sorry. I heard something. Trick-or-treaters, probably.
Halloween. Almost forgot. Don't tell me you're going out in your old night owl jammies.
Not me, anyway. Last night there was a fire here in New York, put out by a man in an owl suit.
Your old protege.
And with him a dashing woman in yellow.
Night owl and silk spectre. Together again.
Dan tells me they're living together.
A week after she split with John? Fast work.
Listen, Sal, calling California is putting a strain on my bank account, and it does not need straining. I'll have to let you go.
Sure. Thanks for telling me all this, Hollis. God knows Laurie wouldn't have.
Bye now.
Detective Stephen Fine, some questions for you?
Oh, sure. You better come inside.
Wait, just 1 second. Sorry. This will be awkward if I got this wrong. Just want to double check. You are Dan Dryberg, right?
I am. Name's on all 3 floors.
Oh, thank God. I would have kicked myself all the way back to the station if I got that wrong. I was wondering if you knew Edward Blake.
Oh, Blake. Oh yeah. Yeah, I knew him. Yeah, the funeral was last week.
Real strong guy, that Blake.
Mm-hmm.
Real, heroic figure.
Yeah.
Incidentally, you hear about that fire on the news? A flying ship put it out. Could you imagine the dough it would take to make one of those?
No, I couldn't. Waste of money, right?
Sure. I mean, a guy like you or me selling that out, I'd go broke. Oh, but I forgot. You own all 3 floors of this building, don't you? You're not too bad off yourself.
No, I guess not.
Anyways, sorry to intrude with the vigilante talk. It's just kind of been a hobby of mine ever since I locked up Rorschach. Well, I'll leave you to it, Mr. Dryberg. Hope the end times are treating you well.
The ocean's depths refused to swallow me. What new torture was this? I lifted my uncomprehending eyes to the heavens and saw instead the earth. And meant that my lurching journey through darkness was ended. It meant I had reached my destination. They'd left me for dead. The fiends who no doubt butchered my king. But now I was returned upon my corpse boat. A spectre of revenge, riding the flow tide home.
Been waiting for this for a long time. I got the ship here, I got the keys, and I've got all the time in the world. What do you got, huh?
Your hands, my freedom.
Hey, is that him?
Kinda looks like his posture. Hey, Rorschach!
Hello, Daniel. Good to see you back in uniform. Mr. Spezek, never liked yours.
Hey, listen, man. We're breaking you out of here.
Excuse me. Have to use men's room.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Hey, it happened to me once, too. You know, I was staking out this dope dealer, and it took 5 whole minutes for me to leak, and by the time I got back, okay, we better get going.
Finally taking mass killers seriously, Daniel.
I'm sure not.
Of course not. You haven't been attacked.
Come on, man. She just rescued you.
I wish John were here to just zap this. Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. He just pops up when I'm just...
Hey, you hear they just busted out Rorschach? Him and that owl guy. I think Night Owl, that guy, he lives down the street, above that auto repair shop. We can go get him.
Just a second. Candy. Apples. That'll work. Happy Halloween, you.
We might not be safe out of costume anymore, or in costume for that matter.
I don't even want to think about it.
Just being hounded like this after everything is just terrible.
Sure, but it's worse doing it in a costume my mom designed for me. I gotta grab something else to wear.
Nostalgia. Compliments of fight.
Hello.
John, what the hell are you... They said you're on Mars.
I am on Mars. I'm also here, collecting you for our conversation in 1 hour.
Conversation about what?
You convinced me to save the world. On Mars, of course.
Christ, why there?
Because that's where we have our conversation.
Laurie, wait, don't!
Daniel, please that door. Should leave now. Will Mr. Spezek be joining us?
No, I don't think she will.
Are you fucking kidding me? And it looks like an owl. The ship looks like... Pack it up! Unless we got a ship that looks like something bigger than an owl. I'm not catching that.
Expected outcome. Truly.
What does that mean?
Hooking up with Dr. Manhattan's girl. Very risky. Naturally, he'd want her back.
Rorschach, can you just stop? Man, I don't need this right now.
Daniel, I know it's difficult being my friend. Appreciate it. You're a good friend.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's all good. We're all good. Hey, so I think we should hit the streets for the mass killer theory. If we can find who tried to shoot Adrian, then maybe we can get on this guy's trail.
Yes. No place. Missed you all in prison, boys. Someone tried to kill Adrian Veidt. Wondering who hired him.
Oh, come on. I buy the whole bar around, and this is my reward, eh? Say, didn't those boys kill you before? No, that guy was old, but you...
What are you talking about?
Well, some nut tops got riled up and killed some old guy who they thought was Night Owl. The guy who ran the repair shop down the road.
Who did it? Who killed Hollis?
I don't...
I'm gonna break your neck!
Daniel, outside. Killing him, no good. Still need information.
I know, man, but they killed Hollis.
Find out who's behind it. Exact vengeance. We'll feel better.
What? Who the hell makes themselves feel better by killing? Oh, right. Thanks, man.
I'm just the middleman. I just hired the assassin guy.
Who hired you? Go on. Whisper it in my ear. Rorschach.
Oh, who was it? Who?
Veidt! Adrian Veidt.
Ridiculous. Why would he hire an assassin on himself?
Rorschach. I think it's Adrian.
I mean, we've been here 6 months. What's this all been building towards?
Patience, Max. It's almost done now.
I just want to get...
I know. To compensate your time, I've quadrupled you and your colleagues' pay.
Okay. If it's ending, fine. I'm sorry I doubted you. I'm sure it'll all work out.
Don't apologize. It's all right. Everything is all right.
Laurie, wait, don't!
There. Do you like it? Oh, I'm sorry. These things escape me sometimes.
John, you stupid bastard, if you ever forget something like breathable air again, I... Oh shit. I'm on Mars.
Come with me. Our conversation will begin soon.
No teleporting. We can walk. This conversation, how does it end?
With you in tears, and my decision being made.
And after that?
I'm not sure. There still appears to be a fog over anything after we talk. Bodies do appear to be lining the streets of New York.
Oh God. So I failed to bring you back. Why should we bother talking if that's how it ends?
Because we talked beforehand.
But we don't have to.
But we do.
Can't you just, I don't know, just skip to the part where you don't come back to Earth? You can do anything.
I can, but I won't.
Christ, what is wrong with you? You can see everything, but you're just a puppet to it.
We're all puppets, Laurie. I'm just the only puppet who can see the strings. What is your earliest memory?
I don't know, probably... You know, I can't even remember anything before superheroes.
You're getting strong, Missy. Soon, you'll have Captain Axes running for the hills.
Thanks, Mr. Mason.
That's Uncle Hollis to you, Laurie?
Maybe you can read my book soon.
No, I don't think so.
But Mom, I'm old enough. Why can't I?
Listen, kiddo, I wasn't thinking. It's probably better that you don't. Sorry, Sam.
I guess that's my earliest memory. Doesn't mean much.
On the contrary.
Can't we just knock this off? It's clear you don't care about what's going on.
Wrong again. I understand perfectly. The gravity of the situation.
A man doesn't need much. I mean, look at me, all right? All I've got is this newsstand. And that's all right. My wife, my Maria, she's the reason I opened. After she passed, it was cancer. But this stand was the best way to meet people, you know? And I met him, you know? That Rorschach I used to buy from my stand. And I've seen senators, I've sold papers to people who worked with Dr. Manhattan. They've all come to my stand, you know? That's enough, isn't it?
Broad charcoal strokes. Night shaded the sky. I could be no more than 20 miles from Davidstown. I was home. By now, Davidstown must be overrun. My family must be slaughtered. There is only vengeance left over. The two monsters of the Black Freighter. Starting up to the sea, they've poisoned with the blood of their black hearts. Their hideous eyes, unsuspecting. My work will be swift.
Rorschach's Journal. Final entry. November 1st, 1985. Must write quickly, but legibly. Leaving with Dryburgh for Veidt's private island. Can't imagine a more dangerous opponent. He is faster than Dryburgh, than me. Worries later. For now, know that Veidt is behind all. Whatever nature of catastrophe, he is the source. As for myself, have few regrets. Have lived life without compromise, and walk into the shadow without complaint. Rorschach's Journal, November 1st, 1985.
Stupid lighter won't work.
There's not enough oxygen. I could extend your field.
So I can fill it up with smoke? No thanks. I don't suppose you'll ask for another of my precious childhood memories.
No, but you'll still give me one.
I hate you. But there's another time that I can remember. Hey, you said what we were all thinking. The crime busters. Worst idea I've heard in a while.
Ain't that the truth? Hey, you're Sally Jupiter's kid, right?
Sure I am. Can I get a light?
Yeah. You got her face. Even that cute little, dimple.
I don't know what your problem is.
Hey, Sal. What's going on? It's been a while.
Mom, we were just talking. What's the problem?
And a guy talked to his, old friend's daughter.
The problem is, the last time I was alone with him, he tried to force himself. Oh, God.
Mom, I'm sorry.
Get in the car.
Sal, just...
I have nothing to say to you.
It was only once.
Why the hell are you doing this? Listening to my sad little stupid stories like they mean anything in the world. It's all worthless. None of it's worth saving.
It's a matter of perspective. I'm able to savor the tiny miracles of life. If you could view them as I do, capture them, you could understand my perspective, and maybe you could find your salvation.
Please, join me in the atrium. Some final celebrations are in order. Bravo, my friends. Bravo. The journey has been long, but you have persevered. The combination of artistry and science has given us this piece has given us this end. You see, you were all brought together to enact a plan more than 2,000 years in the making. Alexander the Great's endeavor for unity. Our long-dead architect of salvation is surely smiling down upon us for the peace that we have brought. As Alexander split his Gordian knot in two, so have you all solved the unsolvable issue. And you are all such a vital part. Alas, in ancient Egypt, a pharaoh's servants were so esteemed that they were entombed along with their masters. You must imagine my shame at such an inadequate reward for you all. Such is the business of lasting peace.
I don't want your salvation. I want you to save the world, which you're not going to do. So I give up. Go play with your sand.
Just like that.
Yep. So now take me back up to Earth so I could go kablooey.
But that's not what happens.
Oh, do I need to finish this in tears like you said I would? Well, too bad. Not a misty eye in sight. I win, John. Land this thing.
If you could view time as I do, as continuous rather than linear, then you would not have to hide from yourself.
I've never tried to hide from myself.
Only once.
You're still here. Still the same person.
I shouldn't have to see.
It's probably better that you don't.
And a guy talked to his, old friend's daughter.
No.
It's probably better that you don't.
Not him.
Get in the car.
And a guy talked to his, his daughter.
No!
Are you alright?
No. My life is a great, big, meaningless gag they pulled on me. The comedian's my father.
I don't think your life is meaningless.
Well, of course you don't, but I'm not gonna... Wait, you don't?
No. It's beautiful. I long to view things with little chance of occurring, like air turning into gold. But I never considered the intricate beauty of human procreation. Thousands of years of evolution and genetics are stacked against the likelihood of your existence. Millions of sperm battled for generations until your mother loved a man she had every reason to hate. That is less likely than air turning into gold.
But that's just me. You could say that anyone's birth was a miracle.
Exactly. I've been staring at humanity so long that it began to lose its luster.
But you found it again.
Yes. And I'm ready to return to it. Dry your eyes. Let's go home.
Manners. Now, what can I do for you?
It was as honorable a duty as any to strangle the monsters set before me. The female falls, slowly. The clouds part now, so even the moon can admire my handiwork. Revealing me these monsters to be my wife, my son, grown to a man too quickly. In my terror, I imposed the freighter's horrific visage upon them and acted on this mirage. The Black Freighter never came to Davidstown. What could it offer the damned? But their ship appeared now, coming for the only prize they had ever desired. All my well-meaning plans had come to this. The ship was larger, nearer. I kept swimming. I was a horror. Amongst horrors must I dwell. A rope sneaked down. Spluttering, I grabbed it. And from the decks, above a cheer went up, both gross and black. Its stench affronting heaven.
I don't get it.
You finished that whole comic?
Yeah, I did.
You know, you've been here this long, and I never asked. What's your name?
It's Bernie.
Bernie? Short for Bernard? You wouldn't believe this. That's my name, too.
So what? Lots of people have the same name.
Guess so. It's just a funny coincidence. You reading here? I've seen lots of people here, you know, and I won't forget any of them. And I think that's enough. In a final analysis.
The comedian, John, Hollis. Why'd you do it, Adrian?
I had nothing to do with Hollis.
Tristan killed Blake.
Confession implies regret. The comedian's murder was an afterthought. Engineering a cancer hoax to scare John off Earth, hiring an assassin on myself, imprisoning you. That required skill on my part.
Why then, Adrian? What's your plan?
To save the world. Of course, that must be why the comedian was so shocked upon discovering it. Imagine the perfect soldier discovering a plot to end war. To end fighting.
What is it?
Before he died, Edward Blake did what only the best of comedians can. He opened my eyes Surely you remember the ill-fated Crime Busters meeting? There I saw the futility of team-ups and masked adventuring. Saving the world required a much more subtle approach.
We'll kill you!
Fine. Fine. My plan was this: to convince the world of an alien invasion. I would teleport a genetically engineered squid into New York, killing half the city.
How would that save the world?
If the United States and Russia were united against an otherworldly threat, they'd stop trying to kill each other. Nuclear holocaust would be averted.
At the price of half New York.
I won't forget a single of their faces.
Adrian, I'm sorry, but you need help. When were you planning to do all this anyway? This killing half New York stuff?
Do it. Dan, I'm not some radio show villain. Do you seriously think I'd reveal my master plan if there remained any chance of you affecting the outcome? I did it 35 minutes ago.
Midnight, November 2nd. We were supposed to be here earlier. That's strange. My vision is completely clouded. I can't see the future. This has to be intentional, surely. Nuclear war would have clouded my vision, but this isn't war. It's tachyons. Yes, artificial tachyons blocking my vision. I'd almost forgotten the joys of discovery.
How can we feel safe in a world like this?
Logically, we should be able to track them.
John, get me out of here.
Certainly. Anyway, as I was saying, we should track the source of what's blocking my
John, shut
vision.
up! This thing, these people.
Apologies. How thoughtless of me.
How can we understand something like this? I don't get it.
Well, Adrian, we're waiting. What's the punchline here?
There isn't one. They did it.
But that's bullshit, though. Your story's full of holes. Like, what if your assassin had hit you instead of your secretary?
Well, I suppose I'd have had to catch the bullet.
You couldn't actually catch the... No. I don't buy the whole thing about the alien squid. It's like a bad joke.
A bad joke. That's what the comedian must have thought. Perhaps there was a twang of professional jealousy upon discovering it. The new free world founded on history's greatest practical joke.
So, you're serious about the teleportation and the...
Teleportation? Unworkable.
Well, it works fine. If you want your package to explode upon arrival, and those not killed by the blast will experience trauma for years to come. No one will deny that the Earth was attacked, and humanity's mutual horror will usher in an age
of a new millennium?
Yes. Very good then.
But what about us?
Well, I rather wondered about that myself.
Who else could bin this? His funding. His vision.
Behind it. You mean Adrian did all that stuff in New York? Like he's some goddamn comic book villain?
Yes. Yes. He killed Blake and half me. Excuse me, Rorschach. I'm informing Laurie 90 seconds ago.
Don't start with your bullshit.
I'm sorry. It's these tachyons, they're muddying things up. I'll stop them.
So you're just gonna leave me out here?
Oh, dear.
Can't let him get away. Killed comedian. Killed half New York.
Yes. Yes, he killed Blake and half New York. Excuse me, Rorschach. I'm informing Laurie 90 seconds ago.
John, are you okay? You seem kind of drugged.
I'm sorry. It's these tachyons. They're muddying things up. I'll stop him. Right. The tachyons were, but this is stupid. I don't know where I'll find you, but I could simply turn these walls into glass.
But you won't.
And why is that?
Because you're too late. Always have been, always will.
But don't.
You know, I wasn't sure if that would work. Of course, removing his precognition gave me the element of a surprise.
Hey, Adrian. See you in the funny papers. Oh, shit.
Adrian, you son of a bitch!
Oh,
You heard a squirrel!
Daniel. Do grow up. The New World has no place for your schoolboy chivalry. Moving past such grand gestures of violence will bring humanity into a new age of life, a new millennium, in fact.
I am disappointed, Vite. Very disappointed. Restructuring myself was the first trick I ever learned. It didn't kill Osterman. Did you think it would kill me? I have walked across the surface of the sun. I have seen events so small and insignificant. They can hardly be said to have occurred at all. But you are just a man, Adrian. And the world's smartest man poses no more threat to me than its smartest termite. What is that? Another ultimate weapon?
Yes. Yes, you could say that.
A giant alien monstrosity. The scene in New York is just... I don't even know how to describe it. It's like Hiroshima, but with... Are we under attack? Aliens have attacked. An otherworldly threat. Humanity. Not America. Humanity has suffered Russia is raging out deal of ending the war in Afghanistan as it's united against the common states and USSR ending arms race, wanting to end the war. In agreement, end the war, cease hostilities, end the war.
I did it. I have saved Earth from hell. Now, I will guide her towards you. It is as Ramses said, all the countries are unified and pacified.
We're not gonna let you get away with this. We'll...
What? Expose me? Undoing the peace millions died for? Or kill me, risking subsequent investigation? I'm afraid morally, you're in checkmate. Just like... Oh. Let's compromise, shall we?
What?
Logically, Brady's right. You taught me to value life on Mars. If we were to value life here, then we must stay silent.
So we just have to live knowing this? Oh, Jesus.
All we did was try to stop him from saving the world. Okay. I'm in. Say nothing.
Joking, of course.
Rorschach, where are you going?
Back to L-ship. Back to America. People need to be told.
Rorschach, come on, man. It's the world. You can't just turn away from that. We have to compromise.
No! Never compromise. Not even in the face of Armageddon.
And what would you call that? Blotting out reality, perhaps. You know, there's no way he'll make it near the South Pole. All he has is that hook. Well, please, the both of you, make yourselves at home. I think I shall retire to my study, and I must meditate.
Both?
God, none of this makes sense. Take me out of here, John.
I think we should just sit down someplace and process all of this.
Never thought I'd live to see something that awful. They were all just dead.
And also we could play at being heroes. What was any of this worth?
Nothing. It wasn't worth a thing. But we did it anyway. We can still disagree and dress up in stupid costumes and love each other. just because we're alive.
Laurie, what do you want me to do?
I want you to love me because it doesn't matter if you don't. It doesn't matter what we've done or what we're wearing. We're alive. What is that, Dan? What scent are you wearing?
Nostalgia.
Rorschach. You know I can't let you leave.
Of course. Must protect Light's new utopia. What's one more body amongst foundations? Well, what are you waiting for? Do it.
Rorschach.
Do it!
John, I was hoping we would get a chance to speak. I know people think me hopeless. I've struggled across the backs of murdered innocents towards Earth's salvation. I know that I had no right to save the Earth, but someone had to do it. And by day, I imagine endless sea of faces swimming through a bloody surf, and by night I see a hideous black ship that inches closer towards where I tread water endlessly. I will not forget a single of their deaths. You understand, don't you, John?
Yes. Without condoning or condemning. I understand.
I hope you could.
There is no place for me in human affairs. I'm leaving this galaxy for one less complicated.
But I thought you regained interest in humanity.
I have. I think perhaps I'll create some. Goodbye, Adrian.
Wait, John, wait, please, please. I did the right thing. Didn't I mean, it all worked out. In the end.
In the end? Nothing ends, Adrian. Nothing ever ends.
John. Wait, John, wait. What does that mean?
Who is it?
It's
Mr. and Mrs. Hollis.
But I don't know any. Come in here. I thought you were dead. Christ. You should sue whoever did your hair. You look like a waitress.
Thanks. We brought you flowers. Merry Christmas, Mom.
Thank you, sweetie. Who's the stud?
He was Dan Dryberg, but now we're Sam and Sandra Hollis.
Hollis. Good to meet you, Sam.
Same to you, Miss Jupiter. I'm a huge fan from back in the day.
Whoa, I like this one. I gotta have something in the way of gifts.
Hey, Mom, we can't stay very long. We have to...
A millennium by Vite. It's made by a...
Mom. I found out who my dad was.
Laurel. I'm so sorry. I can't imagine what you must think. It was one afternoon. He stopped by and I felt ashamed after and stupid.
Mom, it's okay. People's lives, sometimes they just take them to strange places, doing strange things. Things they just can't talk about. I love you, Mom. You never did wrong by me. We'll visit soon.
You two take good care of each other. And don't wait too long to give me grandkids.
You know, maybe that wasn't such a bad idea of hers.
Kids? Are you kidding? I want to go back to crime fighting with a new costume, though. Maybe something black, fortified. And I think I ought to carry a gun.
But where is that gal that I love?
We three will wait for you, even till eternity. My echo, my shadow, and me.
Mr. Godfrey, I got us lunch. I had to go to the burgers and Porsche.
Say it. I won't have Russian spoken to this office.
About that. Ever since the Accords, we can't really be seen bad-mouthing the Russians, so I was wondering what we should do for next week's special, because the whole slot has been wiped.
It's goddamn peace accord. Well, just... I don't know. Check the reader submission pile.
Well, which one should I pick? That's a whole... I got the whole journal here.
Timur, for God's sake, I am asking you to take responsibility for once in your life with this.
Okay.
Run whichever you want. I leave it entirely in your hands.
Rorschach's journal, October 12th, 1985. Dog cookers in alley this morning.
Down where your pain is cracking, looking down your back stairs.
say